see. Starbase. Change. Starbase, done. Oh. Something's not right. Okay, well that's not good. Something's not right. Hold on a second. Back in. That's really loud. There we go. That seems to be a little better now that the game is actually playing. Now we need to. There we go. Alright, small hiccup. Not the end of the world. Everything is here. I think so. I got one more thing I can turn on. Oh, we got that one. These two. Stuff is starting to upload to Rumble, so we can turn that on. I got the music a bit loud today. Excellent. Alright. Well, what I thought was all set up was not. So, alright, here we go. We are back. We are back at the original ship here. Everything seems normal. There's Django's junkyard over there. Here's the station as we know it. There seems to be a ship missing. I swear I parked another ship down here. Did somebody steal it? So that's the propellant ship. I thought I had parked. Maybe it's just, it's hiding over there. There it is. The dirty grinder is over there. The Gaia is there. That's our storage sphere. Propellant ship is up there. That's a factory hall that doesn't work. That is a junkyard over there. And this is what I like to call as the care package. So we are working on getting this thing back up and running. I have disassembled and reassembled most of it repeatedly. So we have significantly changed the way it looks. I'm starting to enjoy it. Alright, yesterday we installed some thrusters and we got everything framed in. Let's take a look, and I don't know where. So that shows what do we have? How do we have that green? What did we do different? That is split between, yeah, I imagine it's just set up a little differently. Yeah, ignore all this red stuff. That's just plates that haven't been nailed down yet. This guy is red for some reason. Do I not have this bolted in? That's the problem. Alright. What else do we have that's red? Just this little guy. I have a different sort of setup here. So let's see if I think what I did on the other side. Oh, I nailed into that though. I'll have to remedy that. So let's unbolt this bad boy. We're going to put two little 36 centimeter ones in there instead. Rotate, there we go, because that will give me, everything will have 2 points of contact then. E and E, you're not gonna, fine, we'll put you there, and then maybe you'll behave if we, I'm probably gonna have to do it from the other side, aren't I? I'm gonna have to do one from each side, okay, maybe. We're gonna have to crawl around on her hands and knees. Excellent. Come out. Do we need to lay down? You can't lay when something isn't... Oh. Don't hit jump. Just pick it up. Push. Come on. You can do it. Yes, there. No, I don't think this one's gonna let me come... Oh, it did. Did not expect that to happen. Now the hope is because each of these is now touching 2. That now shows yellow. These are green, that's yellow. I wonder... if we can... We just don't have enough contact. I'm guessing. Let's see, we might have to do this one more time with a third one maybe? Come on. Oh, that one's longer. Whatever, it's all good. Now, weld these down. See, now that one shows red because it's only touching 1. Interesting. Okay, that is not the result I was hoping for. They're all yellow. That's going to be the same result. Oh, come on, line right up with that. I don't know if this is going to work at all. It does. Alright, that's all green. Which means the concept is good, execution's not so good. So let's move you over there. We're going to get rid of both of these. We're going to put a 48-inch one in that rotate. There you go. 48 centimeters, not inches. Put that one, but we need to come this way a little bit and stack that on there. See if that's enough. Yes, that is enough. Alright, now we need a couple more bolts though. Not bolts. What do we call them? Oh yeah, they're bolts. So there's nothing to bolt there. But I can fit a couple on this. I wasn't able to get any bolt. Oh, it did let me put one. Alright, we're good now. Those are all spectacular. Alright, let's see what else we got. That's red. All those plates, just ignore those over there. This is yellow because it's floating. This is the same problem we had over there, so we can fix it in the same way, I think. See, it's not recognizing the contact here. So what we'll do is we're going to put a little one. That's got to be the next size. Weld that in place. Press X to use weld cubes. There's no weld cubes. So I got a welding tool. Pressing X does nothing. I don't think there's any weld cubes outside of the SSC. I know you can put weld cubes in there, but there's no. Let's if you think there's weld cubes, my life would have been so much easier. Tool options. Let's see, what do we got? Bolt tool, building tool, durability tool, bus, welding tool. Nothing there. Yeah, I know in the SSC I can do that. Alright, let's check our keybinds. Controls. Manipulating items. That's all ship controls. Crouch. There are no welding cubes in live. That's what I thought. But I'm going to go look through here just in case there's a... Yeah, I know in the SSC they're there. I didn't think there were any in live. Alright, sorry about that. I was getting some messages. My phone. If you've been using them, how the heck did you get them? Where are they? Select tool, snap tool, auto bolt. Remove from group. Auto select. Right, but Red Nass is saying he's actually doing it. Transform, move, rotate, socket. It was Z for you. Let's see if it's Z for me. I know Z is a turn. No, not Z. Oh, there it is. Holy. Oh, how do you change the size? That turns them on and off. Scroll. Holy crap. That changes so much. Holy moly, that's like a like the holy grail for me. Let's see. This is what you guys watch, is I actually get to learn stuff. Let's see if it likes that. Does that change anything? Oh, that made everything worthwhile the entire day. I can probably get rid of so much of this bullshit stuff that I've done. Oh, that changes absolutely everything. Yeah, right? I really do try to keep it clean, though in my brain, like, there's just so much I've done that was stupid. Yeah, if you make it overlap two beams, that'll make it touch. So, like, now I just want to keep trying it everywhere. I don't know, but this might be the greatest thing ever. Now I just need to try them and see how they work. See, that made it yellow, but can I put it somewhere else? See, that one overlapped. That only touched two. Let's see if we can... Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you how. So there are limitations. Oh, let's try that. I'm trying some different stuff. You made the entire stream worth it today, Redness. Because I can make stuff stick together that I really had to screw around with last time. Oh man. Hi, Django. Like, this changes all sorts of crazy shenanigans that I did before. Like, how big of a gap can I merge? Like, can I cram stuff like this together? No. Not quite that big of a gap. There are limits, but they're pretty fantastic. Because, like, I had to double and triple stuff, and there were... Like, I have a lot of doubled up beams. It's not going to change. I'm not going to undo everything, but it is certainly going to change how we move forward. Because there were places where I had to double up beams. Like, look. See, I didn't do this, but he did. You could have just welded these bad boys together. Can I weld these together? Let's go with the smaller one and see if I can. Alright, maybe the larger one it is. Oh, I'm trying to do stuff and it's because I don't have any juice in my juicer. Makes a difference when you don't have, oh, just delete that stuff. You don't have power in your tool. You need tool power. Alright, just make me a few of those. Wow. Let's see. Can I put one there? Boom. I put it in the wrong spot, but I mean, like, because I could probably jam all those together. Oh, snap. Alright. I feel like a kid at Christmas right now. Yeah, I unwelded that at the same time, so there's that. Alright, let's unweld this. Oh. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent trying to get some weird joints to go together or a weld block, and I knew that a weld block would fix it, but I didn't think I could do a weld block. Like, can I just cram a weld block and try and catch all three of these beams? Those don't actually appear lined up. One of those is not like the others. I feel like this one, that's lined up. Is this top one not lined up? That's lined up. Is there a, there's an off. One of these is off a tiny bit. Like check this out. Like, I was fretting over what to do in here, remember? I talked about it repeatedly. I can just weld these together now. Right? I can just weld this stuff together. This is like the best day since Christmas, Redness. Oh, that's gonna make life so much better. I wonder what the durability's like though, but if they're welded, right? If they're green, they're green. Anybody know what the durability of a weld block is? Is it the same as two beams welded together? How's the snow death going? Oh, yes, the old Minneapolis snow death. See, those are not lined up. But I'm not quite sure how. See, this one is over a slight amount. It's definitely... Well, it's not definitely, but... So this one looks like it's moved over that way a tiny bit. But where? I mean, going outside is overrated. Especially when it's snowing. Did you get, how much did you get? A foot so far? There it is. There's part of it anyway. Nope, you get back in there. Big weld blocks are equal to 5, bolt a bit over a foot. So a foot's not the end of the world, that's for sure. Did not move enough. It's only a tiny bit off. These all appear to be right on. That's right on. Oh, I don't think it's gonna matter anyways. It's just gonna bug me. Oh man. Slightly less than predicted. Yeah, they were talking almost 2 feet right in Minneapolis, right? Weld that guy in place. You're not, you don't like that spot anymore. I suppose I don't even need you anymore, since I can do a weld block. Okay, this was supposed to be piping. I'm supposed to be piping thrusters. Piping thrusters. That's what we're doing. We're not playing. We're not experimenting with weld blocks. Something is off here. Big surprise. One of you is not in the same spot as the other one. That one is under. This one is not. There you go. Now up. Alright. That looks like it's in place. I keep getting messages from people. That's unusual. I don't really get called from people. I'm a fairly unpopular individual. Just like in high school. Like high school all over again. Alright. So now the trick is, can I actually reach in there? Can I see in there well enough to get those? Of course not. Let's see. Let's try the other side. Let's try the other side. See what we got. Nah, even less see. Oh, maybe. Oh. Bring it down. And across. I can't see. It's not the prettiest pipe job. It's also not the worst. I've seen way worse. Oh, I don't think that one went in. There we go. Let's see. Oh well, get Starbase, you know. Oh, I guess we can turn off this stupid green color. Alright. Now land, lay down, crawl under here. One of these tools. Okay, now the other one. We're gonna follow this. I try not to hide them. I want to be able to see both. So these are not named though, I don't think. Back, left, down. It is named incorrectly, but it has a name. And it's getting information. Getting information. They're all named incorrectly because these are old thruster frames. Nothing there. Oh, there's a reason why there's nothing there. I haven't done this one yet. I should put a piece of ducting in there, right? Just to be consistent. 192. Let's close this. Inventory. I messed around a little bit with the PTU today. I'm just enough to look through the cosmetic armor things. See what is available. And the choices are pretty limited for black and orange. The only thing you can really do is there's some orange shoulder pads, and that's pretty much it. I wonder if that weld block is now interfering with that. There's some orange shoulder pads, and then the trick is to just not introduce any other colors that conflict. Look at that, I can just turn on this and do a weld block. Who the hell would have ever guessed? Look at that. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Did any of you other than Red Nass know that? Because you can keep in secrets if you did. Let's see. We'll just point you towards the bottom there. Now we'll do the like this. Now is it getting info? Yep, now it's getting info. No, I was thinking it was not in the game. Yeah, I was almost, well, no, I was 100% certain that I could not do that. Otherwise, I would have been doing that. Without question, I would have been doing that. Because that solved quite a few issues to be able to do it that way. Let's see. Can I crouch here? Can I? Oh, crouch. Crouch. Okay. Where can we go with this? That was a shorter route than the other side. getting info. Alright. So let's see, I've got to pipe. I don't think the other side's piped at all either. Let's see, how can we... Ooh, I just got something on... Oh, I should jump into this for sure. Thanks, Pepa. You're a big help. Let's see. What was I doing? Oh, alright. I get distracted real easy. You should all just ignore me when I stop talking. I'm crawling around on my hands and knees. How can we... There we go. I think we're gonna go here. And we're gonna go to this crate. And then we're gonna kind of do the same thing with this cable. Yeah, just go in there. And then we're gonna go from this one across there. Let's see. I don't like that at all. I can't see how to... Oh, that's not helpful. Alright, then we'll do it a little differently. Can I take this out? I can. We're gonna go straight from there up to here where we can see, all the way across, and then in there. Exotic should be fine, but Karante will be empty. Exo, not exotic. I was wondering what you were getting at. Exorium. That's what you're talking about, Exorium. Now let's see if these are... They are not. We are not getting info to those guys. We got a break somewhere. Let's see. Not this one. None of these are getting it. Do crates not get info? Yeah, they do. There's some break in the crates here. Oh, I know. So I don't have a connection across these, which is the first row. I did this on the other side. I do it like that, and then I do the same thing with this. Now it should be fine. Now we're getting info. Everybody seems happy. Everybody is kung fu fighting. The brass beehive. I did say that sounded like a biker bar, yeah, or a stripper bar for sure. All right, so now we need to rename these because I haven't named it. Oh, I don't think I even piped this side. I know these are piped, but I don't think those reverse thrusters are piped. Okay, you have to fly and then wedge yourself in there, land, crouch. It's like a parkour to get in here. And you're still not going to let me. There we go. Alright, cable tool. We're going to start over here. Work our way across and up and across and up. And then there. Back up, back up. Alright, straight across. And there. Now we're going to do the reverse with cables. Alright. Hopefully that was... Alright, stand back up. Put your tool away. You got juice, you got juice. Juice, juice. Juice. Alright, now they just need renamed. What they need renamed to, I don't know. Let's see, these ones we called front, top, left. Front, bottom, left. We call that one too far away. Back, top, left. Back, bottom, left. Okay, well, that's a pattern. I don't know in the flight computer. I'm gonna have to put a hatch to access this stuff. Okay. Because I hid them in here pretty far. Alright. Front. Rear. So I think they're just called fronts. Front. Rear. Oh, we have front right. Front top right. So, okay. Let's see, we've got... So we're gonna have front right box, front left box, front right try, IG, there's an H in the word right, front left try. Okay. Now I should be able to get rid of these if I just put nothing in there. Right? If I just put nothing, those are all rears. I think that's when I did that whenever I originally added thrusters. So back right up. I don't think we haven't messed with back left up, back left down. I guess it's just gonna be left down and right down at some point. Back, bottom, right. Okay. Whoop, not inventory. So this one's gonna need named not inventory. This is the front, bottom, right. And it got a new number, excellent. And then this is front, top, right. And it got a new number. Excellent. So we call this one the... What did we call this? We called this front, right, box. No? It didn't change the name, so let's try that again. Front right box. Ending in 824. 608. That just happened to be what I would. 608. Excellent. Now we do this one and we call. See, that was front 2. It's now front right triangles. Yep, number changed. Here we go again. Front right try. I don't think I have to actually rename those, do I? If they're connected, if they're bolted correctly, right? They should all fire at once regardless of what they're named. As long as the one connected to the hard point. Am I wrong there? Since this one has a hard point and those are bolted to it, would they not all get the same? Only works for triangles. Yeah, I'm talking these 3 triangles here. If I name this one, the other 2 should fire at the exact same time. Alright, so this is front left box. Yep, that one worked. Thanks, Damage. I'm going to rename them just for consistency, but front left box. I just wanted to make sure my understanding was correct. Front left try. Let's see, can I point out just the right thing? Yep. Front left try. Yep. And this last one. This went faster than I expected. Front left try. You got a number, but I spelled it wrong. Capitalized it wrong. It doesn't care. I do. Okay, so these should all be... it's going to make all sorts of noise if I try this, but... Alright, those worked. Those didn't work. Something broke. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, they're all broke. Well, at least I didn't have to clean those up. There was some, there's some broken plates now. You like the colors? So I was gonna unplate that and redo that, but this just saved me, oh, look at all the plates that were gone. All the plates that were only held on. Oh, that's so sad. But why aren't these didn't fire? So if I put the test thrust in here, right, it should make them fire, right? Death save? Death save. Death Sun. Damage. Freelancer. Freeloader. Freestyle. I get your name all screwed up. So I'm assuming there's a piping issue. Well, I was thinking if I put a value manually in here, it should make it fire, correct? No, change the upper name. Change this value to 100. So if I change this here to 100, nothing happens. So I'm assuming we've got a piping issue. Change the name first, then the number. Change it to what? To anything? I can't, it automatic. Name left, number right. Name left, number right. Oh, so I changed this to something else so it doesn't get overwritten, and then I put a number in here, and nothing happens. So being that nothing happens, we're assuming it is a supply issue. Front, right, try. Behind the name 1000. So, okay, so let's see. XXX value 1000, like that. Is that what we're talking about? It'll fly at some point, Django. Some point. Yes, now it should work, but it's not working, right? So that means there's a pipe issue somewhere. Let's see, let's make sure this crate is getting information. This hard point gets it. This hard point gets, but that's it. Needs to be bolted on a ship beam. I think it is. Let me see. GX. Oh, did I pull the bolts out when I was messing around? Alright, now we'll try it. Make sure these are all bolted into the beams. Oh, don't do that. I probably had to unbolt them to get them to work, and here's the problem. Because you can't, once you weld the hard points into place. Oh, don't jump, just stand. I'll probably have to redo this in a second. That way I can make sure these are actually bolted in. Neat. So if that guy's now bolted, now check again, only change the number. So leave the name gone is what you're saying. And change the value to something like 1000. Like that. Oh, it worked. Now it's working. Front, right, try. Okay. Excellent. Let's go try the seat. Getting all three, it's hard to tell. Those should be good. Oh, I gotcha. Just, yeah, stick anything on the end. That makes sense. Well, it looks like it's gonna work. It's hard to tell how it's working, but I think we have those top two. Those definitely work. Let's try roll. We got roll that way. We got roll the other way. I don't think any of these are named correctly, or at all. I don't know if I did. Nope. Are they piped? No. They are not piped either, but I am just breaking stuff off the ship in the process. So, you know, something's working. We're gonna go to there, into there, into there, and then over to there. Same on this side. Oh, I apparently did that one. But I didn't do this one. Those are all bolted in. Okay, now we need to name these. What are we going to name these? Down. So this is down left. This is the one with the... So I should just have to name this one down left. I don't have anything. And then that one over there, I should be able to name front, bottom, right. So this is going to be down, right. Okay. Now, you'd have to name 120 thrusters again. If you're in the SSC, it's pretty easy. You just use the thruster naming tool. It works pretty well, right? It's like the auto bolter. Down, left. Down, right. Happy always says that the, he always promotes the thruster naming tool. Anytime I've tried to use it, no thruster state. See, this one gets, but shouldn't these ones? Oh, they are getting info. So they are all piped, but it's not going to get, yeah, I bet. Let's see, now if I push the down, oh, they fire. I imagine they're not firing evenly because the ship is a little out of center. The balance on the ship's a little bit off for sure, considering this half isn't plated at all. I'm going to take all this stuff off here because, first of all, it's falling off. Second of all, I didn't like it. So we're going to clean this slate up a little bit. But I think those thrusters are all functioning at this point. Oh, if you use more than one main flight computer and flight control unit, then it doesn't, it can't think its way through that. Which, do you need really more than 50 thruster groups? Does it really need 50 thruster groups? I don't know. Oh yeah, that's what. I wish you could at least select a bunch in the SSC and have them start with the same prefix, and then have it auto name them after your prefix, so you could name all of the rears and it would add numbers, but you only have 8 thruster groups. Alright, so we're going to take that off because we didn't like that anyways. Okay, so now that we've still got something in there that it's not happy with. What is that? This part is not connected to the frame. Are you talking about the internal part? We just need some more bolts there, is that the deal? Let's take this off. That'd probably help. Yep, that made that green. Let's see. This part is not connected to the frame. So you have 18 groups for steering and 18 for forward movement. So that's only 36. But why do you need 2 sets of everything if these thrusters should be connected to the thruster bases of the frame or other thrusters? Do I just not have enough? I would think. Okay, let's work our way around. Look, we have a strength factor above 1, which in all theoretical things means she should fly. No guarantee she flies well. Oh, she turns. We're turning. We can go backwards. We can go forward. We can strafe down. I wish I could see that better. Can we strafe up? Not well, because I don't have any real up. We can roll. We can other roll. Look at that. We roll just fine. What other motions do we have? We can, oh, left and right. Can we strafe left? Yeah. Can we strafe the other way? Yep. I don't know, I can't tell. Well, I suppose, let's see. Let's see which one of these is down. Oh, FCU up, down. We'll put this centering speed of 0. Let's turn our gravity boots on before the ship leaves us. So that entire side's working, this side is not. I'm going to stop it before it pushes itself out of the bottom of the... Yeah, something's not connected, right? No question. I would assume that I probably don't have them bolted appropriately like this. I don't want to put very many. They're all bolted down, but not really well together. But this side doesn't have them either. Oh yeah, see, this side has one each way. That's probably what I should have done. Let's do the same thing. Don't know what that bolt's for. Alright, so it had like this. It didn't see them as bolted together, even though they were snapped together. It didn't see them as bolted together. Oh, I really wish... Is there a way to have it not fill up my personal inventory at all? Well, we'll see. Apparently they do need to be bolted together, because that's the only thing I changed was to put a bolt in each one. I'm learning all sorts of stuff today. Alright, so those all work. I'm pretty stoked. We've got thrusters. Well, the only reason I said that was this one over here, it said they need to be bolted to the frame base or another thruster. So by putting one bolt in each one of these, there's some extras here, it apparently allows them to work, because that's the only thing I did was I put those bolts in, those 5 bolts, and it works fine. My ship is strange. Well, you've got to remember, we're doing this live as opposed to in the SSC. So what comes out of the SSC I don't think is 100% the same as when, I think there's some assumptions made when it's assembled in the SSC. That being said, we're doing pretty well. I don't know why I'm getting like crazy messages on Twitch or Twitter. I don't know what's going on. I don't tweet much, but I'm getting people following me. I think they just want my business. They're all graphic designers, but to be honest, a Twitter follower is a Twitter follower. So I'm still navigating all of the nonsense that goes with Twitch and streaming in order to get any sort of viewership. So bear with me as I sort my way through that. All right. So those are working. All of these appear to work. I need somebody to fly this bad boy. Not even fly it. I just want to see that everything's working. None of you guys are around, are you? I see freelancer ship, but I don't see the brass bar pole or whatever it is. Oh no, it's not that big of a deal. Just when you're here next. I just want to make sure and check them all and make sure they're okay. I still have all of these generators to do, which I'm not gonna box this in until I get the generators put in place. I do want you at some point, Dirty, to see if you can fit enhancers across these corners, if it's possible. I don't know if it is, but I want to try anyways. You live in the SSC damage. Don't make it sound like that's something new. Alright, so generators. Let's talk generators. You go there. This top row gets beamed, but for now, we're gonna just... Okay. I'm just gonna pretend like that weird thing right there didn't happen. We're just gonna put a couple of these in. Nope, keep turning. You go there. Come on, you turn in this way. Excellent. You turn out that way. Alright. Now we're going to put a bolt in each one of you. You. I can't reach you, so we're going to unbolt, auto bolt that one just to hold it. Yeah, I've seen you milling about. You're not nearly as obvious when you're flying around as Dirty Human is, mostly because you're doing it under Mach 1. and not firing autocannons while you're doing it. Makes it a little less obvious when you're around. Nor are you strafing my ship. I took my car into the mechanic today just to get some normal maintenance done, and my appointment, I was supposed to be there just before 9 o'clock, and I stopped to get a coffee on the way, and I was at the coffee shop 20 minutes prior to my appointment time, and the coffee shop to the mechanic is, I'd say, half a mile. You can almost see it. And there was only 3 coffees and 2 bagels ahead of me. So it shouldn't have been a big deal. I still ended up being late because the barista, though she made wonderful coffee, took forever to make 4 coffees, and she didn't even make the bagels. It took 20 minutes to make 4 coffees this morning, and it just put a kink in my entire day. Now, that being said, it was in Oberlin, Ohio, which is a interesting place in general. But I then went to Gibson's Bakery, which just won a $36 million lawsuit from the college there. And they have wonderful pastries in this 100-year-old bakery in this weird little town in Ohio. But I couldn't believe it took 20 minutes to get 4 coffees out. Alright, so now I have to make all of those. I'm just complaining. You guys didn't want to hear about my coffee conundrum, but I just couldn't figure out why in the world it would take somebody so long to make coffee when your job is to make coffee. It was a good coffee though. Like, she made a good coffee. Cannot fault her coffee at all. Alright, I think that's where that goes. I think it sneaks just behind. Yep, it sneaks just behind. So we're going to weld this in place. Oh, now I'm trying to use weld blocks instead of regular welding everywhere. That's not right. Something's not right there. It's like that's it's. I don't think she was new. She made really, really pretty coffee. Like, for being new, she seemed to know what she was doing. Because she made good coffee. And, oh, it sits right on top of that leg. And that one points out the back. How does it sit on top of that? Oh, because it's up a little bit. Just a little bit. Her coffee was too good. And she put the little decorations on the top of it and everything. I've had new baristas, and they're usually slow, yes, but their coffee's also usually not all that great. This lady's coffee was good. She had a good rhythm, like you could tell she knew what she was doing. She kept the machine clean. Right? Well, I live right by a Starbucks, which is just a chain here. I assume you guys have Starbucks everywhere, but I live maybe a 90-second drive from Starbucks. I have to make like one turn. It can't be a mile. And I often order coffee when I'm leaving my driveway if I'm going somewhere. And it's almost always ready by the time I get there. So yeah, I can't imagine why it took so long. Now this is the strangest little town. There's a huge liberal arts college there. It's a very, very liberal town. And like the businesses are rare. The businesses are open like 2 days a week and they close at noon and they open again at 4. Like it is just the strangest place to try and get anything done. So I need another one on the back side to hold all those in place. It's a very famous college if you're a musician in particular. It's a big music college. Or an activist. If you're an activist, it's also a great college for being an activist. But it's very, very expensive. But if that's your field, then it's probably worth it. What's it look like under there? Yeah, those follow, but these are all short. The college is just famous for losing a lawsuit recently that cost them a lot of money. Can I get myself oriented that way? Wow. Where is... That's where I want to go. I still can't fit through there. Alright. Oh my goodness. So when I get myself spun around like that, it's like having your game controller inverted. I can't do anything. So that's just... Those are nice and even. So yeah, this does need to move over a little bit. There's Dirty. I heard him go by. I don't hear any guns, Dirty. I don't hear any guns. Oh, that's right, you lost the one with the guns. Let's see. Everything else there is good. There's 2 there. Just goes across and meets that, that's all. I used to work in that town, and I used to live there, and it's a great little town. It's so neat. It's a huge historic city. It was part of the Underground Railroad was a big deal there. It's been around since the early 1800s, which for Europe is not a big deal, but for the United States, early 1800s is old. A lot of beautiful houses and churches in that city. But it's full of college kids, which makes it a different kind of place to live. Alright, so those are in place. What did I do on the bottom? I had to have something here on the bottom. Yeah. Is coffee a big thing there in Germany? I don't know if is it a big coffee culture? think yes. I only know 3 people who don't drink coffee at all. There's like two competing coffee cultures in the US. There's the older generation, so I would say anybody born before the mid to late 80s. So I'd say what we call millennials. People before that tend to drink just plain old drip coffee, like you get at the store, grocery store coffee with cream or sugar or none. And then there's the younger coffee crowd, which is your Starbucks goers. I kind of can go both ways. I enjoy Starbucks, but it's too expensive for me to drink very often. I drink a lot of black coffee. I don't like it. Welcome, Xenon. You're here in the States, Xenon, somewhere? I think you said? Illinois, that's right. Chicago or somewhere else? Because there's like two very different places in Illinois. You're either in Chicago or you're not in Chicago. 3 hours south of Chicago. That puts you right on like the Indiana. Well, I guess Chicago's on the lake, but it's like north. I'm trying to think what else is out there in Illinois. So, oh, Decatur. Yeah, I live in Cleveland, bud. Yeah, I'm not that far from you. Yep. I definitely know where Decatur is. Yep, yep. But yeah, wouldn't you agree there's like two sets of coffee culture here? There's your Starbucks culture and then your uh, Folgers culture. Like you're either willing to pay $6 for a cup of coffee or you're not going to pay $6 for a pound of coffee. Do I have to move that? How did I do it on this side? Or did I not? I took a bunch of stuff. Where were those flashing lights? There's some dude. There's a dude crawling around on my roof. There's that freeloader guy again. That's not freeloader. He is a freeloader, but he's a dirty, dirty human. Oh, nice. He just stuck a box of... No, you're stuck in the SSC. Excellent. What are you doing, Dirty? Hey, you want to try out these thrusters and see if they work? We're going to bolt that down just so it, we're just going to have a durability issue. Do you want to see magic? Watch this. This is just utter magic. Z. Magic right here. A weld block. It's magic. Utter magic. All right. Dirty, do you want to check the thrusters or do you want to fly it? I just need to check to make sure everything that I've got currently, that they're all firing. Uh-oh. Somebody did a thing and I heard them. Oh, there's Dirty.
I figured it'd just be easier.
Yeah, it certainly is. All right. So do you want to jump in the seat and just gently go in any direction? I just want to make sure everything fires. Yep, there's something broke. All right, so go backwards. I don't mind the stuff breaking. Like everything is firing like all at once.
I mean, it does that to balance itself.
I know, and the ship is... All right, so go forward a little bit. And with the ship being so out of balance. That doesn't surprise me. All right, hold on. I want to make sure I haven't go a little bit forward. Yep, those are good. Now strafe to your left. That looks good. All right, strafe down. Everything's good. Perfect, except for the generator that's floating away.
Nice.
Note to self, bolt those down. There's generators everywhere. I swear I put bolts. Oh, I only put one though.
Oh no.
Don't know. This is part of the. This doesn't bother me at all. I know people
Oh,
get bent out of shape, but I don't.
there's more inside.
Oh yeah, there's all sorts. All the ones that I just put in, because I only
Oh,
had them
okay.
held in place with one bolt, so they broke.
It happens.
Oh, and to be honest, for as much trouble as I've had building this thing, this is not even doesn't even scratch the surface for the worst thing that's happened. I'll just auto bolt these bad boys in place.
Very nice. Very nice.
Well, I'm gonna un-auto bolt them in a little bit, but this way they stop falling off. So let me see if I can get you some enhancers, and maybe you can figure out how to stick some enhancers, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, I can do that.
Let me.
I got it.
So these cubes were just decorative. You know, these heat sink cubes were just.
Oh.
So let's see. I've got 6 fuel chambers on this side, which 6 times 3 is what? How many should we have total? 6 times, right? Is 18? Isn't that how many I'm supposed to have?
You talking about heat sinks?
No. Generators. How many? What's the generators? Right?
Oh, 3 per chamber.
6
Is
times
what you're
3.
going for?
Yeah. For the max is 18, right?
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
So I've got 5. How many do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 15. Actually, there's an extra one up here somewhere. So one of these top ones doesn't need to be there, but that.
Tier 2 enhancers?
I would assume
Or what do
so.
you...
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not doing tier 3 anything. But that was the whole point. This entire project started because of those damn enhancers. And just these 3 middle ones, because there's not one in the back there, but there should be. That's probably
Yeah.
what we should do. Is if I do it like that.
We'll get them in there. A little finicky, but it'll work.
A little? A little
Let's
finicky?
see, can I
Then I should be able to take this one out completely. So, yeah. So that should give me 18. There's 5 per row, 3 on top. That's 18. If you can manage to get a enhancer where they need to be, would be fantastic.
No problem.
Yeah, that's what you say now. But
True, true.
have you ever tried to do it in live?
Only repairing, but yeah, it's definitely more tricky.
All right, so
If I can get it to snap one way and then just rotate it,
Yep.
we can get the right angle, and then
it's tough. It's
just
a son of a yeah.
yeah.
I got it once. And I think the hardest thing was the fact that I didn't understand that it couldn't be centered. Like
Yeah, it's slightly because it has to hit like the feet
Right.
part of it or something. Yeah.
And my brain does not like things not centered. Like like I put it on there and I'm like, that's perfectly centered. That's awesome. And then you're like, it can't be like that. It has to be crooked. And I almost gave up right
Same.
there. I almost gave up right there.
Big fan of symmetry and equal
You know,
distance.
unless you're going for asymmetrical, which I'm
Right.
thinking one of my next ships will be, we will attempt an asymmetrical ship, which Starbase does not want an asymmetrical ship.
Yeah, if you can get everything on the center of mass,
Right?
it'd be nice and efficient. But yeah, that's.
But
That's super hard to achieve.
it is, especially when you can't see the center of mass like you can in the SSC. I'm guessing it's gonna be damn near impossible, but I thought this was gonna be impossible too. But aim high.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, now I have to put all of those 45s that I just busted off when we moved the ship again. I love my job. So, what do you think about, let me turn on my little guy. What do you think about the little guy? Oh, my little avatar. What do you think about an avatar, little floaty thing? Hold on. Let me turn him back on. I'm not used to using him. I've been considering getting one.
Oh, using like
that little
face rig or
weird.
something?
Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, it's using a face rig. But I've been considering getting one, a model actually made that looks like an endo.
Nice.
But I don't know if it's worth it because they're not cheap either. Because you actually have to have an artist that has any idea what's going on. So let's see if it works.
All the
Gameplay.
animations and whatnot.
Well, yeah, and this is just a default. So the face rig part works, like I can move and it talks and all that fun stuff. Let me see, edit this scene, because he has to be... See, he goes behind, and I don't think I want...
Looks like a mix of Beavis and Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah, right? But that was just one of the default ones, so...
No,
I was trying to test the concept more than the actual. But Beavis would be funny. I love those old references that new people don't get.
Totally.
I made a cornholio reference to my children the other day, and they just looked at me like I was absolutely insane. My wife rolled her eyes.
You're sitting over there, deep teepee for my bone.
That's exactly what I said. And I pulled my shirt up over my head. And if you want to see a teenager look mortified, do that in front of their boyfriends. It's a guaranteed way to get a mortified teenager to do what you want.
Very nice.
Yeah, my daughters are starting to date, and they're absolutely terrified to bring boyfriends home, which I think is a good thing.
That's absolutely a good thing. Do you have the enhancers ready to roll? Or
ready to roll. Let me see.
Or just made?
You didn't. Maybe. I have a few. Let's see. Tier 2s. Here's... You mean you're not going to make them for me too?
I can, that's why I was
just kidding. Let's see. One. I'm just going to ditch him into space right here.
Oh, gotcha.
Instead of trying to do any sort of stupid trading. There's 3. Let me get you a 4th one. I cannot make it because I don't have Charazium. So no, you're going to get 3 today.
That's a block of Charazium right there, actually.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't want to assume you were giving it to me.
Oh shit, I got like a few hundred probably.
A few hundred. I have 1 now. And I didn't have 1 a minute ago. Where'd it go? You sure that was Charazium? Did I not?
I think so.
Because I still don't
Pretty
have
sure.
Charazium. Maybe it went into my inventory and not the station inventory. I really, really, really wish I could turn that off. You know? I look all over the place for scent. Looks like a Mr.
Oh, there it is.
What? Yeah.
It's right behind you.
Oh. Well, hello. Then
I just placed another one. Dude,
I was like, I'm duping things again like I did last night.
Alright, right, let's see. This should be close. If I can. Oh, and I bumped it. Nice.
I'm just trying to help.
Yep, it's totally helping.
We'll stick it up there. Were you there for the turntable disaster last night with the ship that Joggo gave me?
Turntable. Oh,
The
yes.
lasers?
Yes.
they were duplicating, and it was pretty funny. I thought Damage was gonna have an aneurysm if I didn't delete those soon.
Those things were freaking out.
Yes.
They were like,
They weren't connected to the ship, but they were still freaking out. Beams. I played a little Hard Space last night too. That I forgot. That game is fun and not fun all at the same time. It's all the joy of having a terrible boss, but except you're playing a video game instead. It's so. Have you ever played Hard Space?
no, I watched this trailer on Steam. It looked interesting.
It is interesting. It's very straightforward. Like you're not, it's not earth-shattering gameplay, but those sorts of games where it's not multiplayer. I really try to cheat really bad. I always do. So in that one, you're supposed to like take these ships apart and separate them into these three different categories based on what they're made out of, and I just try to drag the entire ship into one of the categories and write off the rest of it. Just it doesn't.
Didn't work.
Oh no, it works, but it's not how the
Wow.
game is meant to be played. You're not going to go in there because that's the thickness of the damn floor. Who is Mr. Poopy Butthole? I'm gonna have to Google that, Xenon. Like, that's not even a very creative name, Mr. Poopy Butthole. Oh, he's from Rick and Morty. You just need a top. I don't watch Rick and Morty. I never have. I understand that they're like all the rage right now. It's just not a show that I've. Oh, somebody left a bunch of enhancers floating. Where? You're like face first into that generator.
Yeah, easier to get an angle in the bolting, but it doesn't seem to want to bolt for some
You look like you're planking in midair.
reason.
Yeah, Rick and Morty's not a show I've messed with. And I do love cartoons, and I even love stupid cartoons.
I need to go.
Like, I was such a fan of Beavis and Butthead when they were a thing. That's probably before your time, but
No, I'm right there with you.
right? They were considered the worst thing on TV ever.
Mike Judge, man, he's actually pretty funny
Yeah, they did
sometimes.
Basketball after that, right? They did that terrible movie called
Oh, that was Trey
that's
Parker and
Trey
Matt
Park. That
Stone.
was South Park, yeah, not Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, yeah. Mike Judge did like Office Space.
Oh,
What
yes.
else?
That
Which
one
was
of
good.
the greatest movies of all time.
The destroying the printer in the field scene. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Feels good to be a gangster.
Oh Jesus.
I think my favorite part's when he explains what he does during his day. It's like, what do you
To
do
the
in an average day?
quality dudes or whatever, the
Yeah.
efficiency guys or
Yep.
whatever. And they love him.
Yep.
That's so good.
I actually went out and bought a red swing line stapler after that.
I need my stapler back.
Yep. If you've never watched Office Space, it is worth the time. It's such an iconic movie. And it's got Jennifer Aniston in it, which never hurts.
Nope. Still looks good.
Yep.
Oh
Well,
my god, it is.
and for those of us who grew up in the 90s, she was like that was the Friends days. She was the best of the best right then.
Hmm.
You having some problems?
Just the bolting for
Yep.
some reason. It seems to be in the right position, but
Yeah, that's where I had the problem. I thought I had it in the right spot after enough fudging around, but I could not get any bolts to go in it.
and if I take your floor apart for a minute,
As long as you put it back, I don't care. And if you
go
don't
from
put
the
it
other
back, I'll
side.
fix it. Not the end of the
See if
world.
see if I can hit it from the other side here for a second. See if that does it.
There's access to the back from the bottom.
Yeah, I'm out there now. Let me see if it'll. Oh, that'll work. Nice.
Oh, I never thought about going from the back because it's such a strange distance.
Is it green? I gotta put my tools on the right spot.
How did that fit, but the other side didn't? Oh, it's overlapping right there.
7.
It really wasn't gonna let me do that. Yeah.
Come on, integrity tool. Durability tool.
So did Rick and Morty's writer not want to come back, or did they tell him to not come back? It's amazing how many shows, as soon as they get big, they ship off the original writer because he doesn't follow their direction anymore. As soon as they sell out, they seem to have problems. I thought that was going to happen when Comedy Central bought South Park. I thought they were gonna tone it down, but they actually just got worse. Those shows were all so controversial back in the day. Now they're nothing.
Alright, set 2. It's already on active. Okay, good.
He hit
Let's
his
see.
wife. Yep, that's just a stupid thing to do.
Electricity production.
Do you need me? I can make those. Do you need me to make some rods?
I think. Oh, wait.
I don't.
That one's full. This should work. Let's see. Not full, but it's got
It's
some.
got some in it.
I'm
That's
just
all.
trying to see if I put it in the right spot, like if it's actually enhancing. But it's hard to tell.
Yeah, there's not an easy way to tell. Okay, well those all look like they're in the right spots. Oh, I'm like, there's one at the ceiling that doesn't look quite in the right spot.
Hmm. Do you get like a max gen button or anything like that, or like
I don't
max?
have any buttons right now,
Oh, that's
so
true. Okay, we'll just
just
try
set
that on.
everything. Yeah, there's no shortage of exo, so who cares?
That's true.
I don't have. You can. You're more than welcome to make a button. Bolt it to something.
Is there a script going?
There shouldn't be. Well, there's probably a generator script. Just rename the generators. Let me see.
True, true.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to rename everything. So, just rename the generator to do what you want. Doesn't. I usually have a generator script going just so I don't leave things turned on. But
Same, yeah.
I don't want
For
to
sure.
leave my capital ship's generators running. You know what I mean? That is not in the right place. I did all that and it's not in the right place. It has to go against the backs of these. Yeah, like that. Oh, he was on video too. Oh, suppose that's one way to do it. If you're gonna beat your wife, you might as well have lots of evidence. If you're gonna be dumb, be really dumb.
This should be working. It's more heat than the other ones.
Excellent.
I think
How'd you get the
it's
bolts in it? From the
154.
backside?
From the bottom of the ship, yeah. I took the floor off. I thought it was this top side, but I think it was wrong.
I don't know. Interesting.
Keep production.
Alright, well those look like they're... Oh, I have to get the backs all beamed in. Now, for these, it was pretty simple, I think. Is that how they... Let's go take a peek at how the other side is in. Even though I did it, I don't remember. Oh, I just went
No,
on.
these are smaller than the tier 3, so the placement could be a little bit different than I'm used to.
Oh,
Than I'm
that
used to.
might be part of it. I mean, tier
Oh, it's
3.
too high. Yeah.
Tier 3s
It's
are
probably
definitely largers.
yeah. I'm probably a little too high, I'm guessing. Alright.
So in under those. So straight down. I could have put a weld block right there. Jeez. I see all these places where I could have put weld blocks now. If Red Nass had only been here, I don't know, a month ago.
Whoa. What was that noise?
Oh, I didn't hear it. That's what you said right before Django's ship blew up. I don't like that particular sound.
Yeah, but this was not nearly as explosive sounding.
But that's what you said. You went, whoa. And I was like, what's going on?
I mean, I was like a good ways away, and it just like this thunder in the distance.
Oh, that was so funny. Django's like, what do you mean? Like, I think the
If my
center of your ship is missing.
if my shadow play was working correctly, I would have did the save the last 5 minutes thing, but it didn't work. That would have looked cool.
It's pretty funny. Yeah, that whole situation was hilarious, to be honest.
Hmm.
Yep, it was.
Yes, yes, it was.
The best part was he didn't get bent out of shape about it. That's all that matters, is whoever is playing isn't getting upset when things go wrong.
Yeah, that's not worth it.
In this game it certainly isn't, because weird stuff happens all the time. Alright, so I need that to go... Oh, we did not weld enough times. Probably down here too, yep. But what size is going to go in the middle? Yeah, I'd say that size.
Yeah, I've never placed tier 2 like this, so there's a learning process here as far as placement.
I messed around with it on the SSC, and I was able to do it, but that was a completely different monster on the SSC.
Oh yeah, it's easy there.
Yeah, because you can just you can move things in one axis.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's bolt it again.
That just that ability to move things in one
Oh,
axis
that's
is huge,
huge.
because you can get it close and then just shimmy it over little bits at a time.
193. Oh, that might actually be the spot.
I don't think that's gonna work. I think we're... Oh, just a little too high. Come on, move. There. Yep, we're up 12 inches. Which should be a 72 then? No, that's not enough.
Oh, that one's empty. Okay, yeah, I probably need some rods.
Here, let me...
Let's see. Or I can just test
There
this
might be
one.
some rods above you. I don't know, though. I vaguely remember sticking some rods in the ceiling, but maybe not. Nope.
No, they look empty. Or almost empty.
Okay, let me... Give me 1 second, I'll make you some rods. I just want to weld these before I walk away, and then inevitably bump into them and shove them across the ship. Bolt, come on. Not gonna bolt. Spamtastic.
Alright, oops.
Okay, now let's come out and make you some rods. Because I will need them anyways. Oh, those ones in the ceiling are empty. Power. Tier 1 rods. Tier 2 rods. I think I built a little monster. All of your ships are little monsters. Now I have filled rods and not filled rods, so this will be fun. Oh wait, are these the right kind of rods? They're blue. Those are the wrong ones.
These are tier 1s. Yeah. Might as well use 2s.
I didn't even know you could use tier 1s in there.
Yeah.
Tier
Use
1.
them on whatever. Just don't last very long.
There we go. Tier 2 fuel generator rods. That makes the difference. I thought for tier 2 chambers you had to use tier 2 rods.
Oh yeah, you can just mix and match. No biggie. Alright, there's your script.
I think it's to the left of them, but there isn't much in the way of script. So there's a lot of racks.
That's good though. Future expandability, I guess.
Well, I figured that was the hope. I hate when you
Pause that. See if it stays paused.
I hate when you have to put stuff down in space and then pick it back up just to put it back in. But not always, just sometimes.
Oh, the double, yeah, like it
to,
won't know you're holding it or whatever.
I don't know what the problem is. You've got to put it down to pick it back up to put it back down. But not all the time. Just often enough to make it a huge... Oh, would you stop?
Okay, cool.
Put you down, pick you back up. And especially when you're as clumsy as I am, it makes it real bad. Alright, there's more refills above you if you burn out all of those.
Shouldn't.
You well, shouldn't, sure. You might, nonetheless.
Those are just... The top ones are just placeholders or something?
These ones in the ceiling?
Yeah.
They're just racks.
Gotcha. I mean the gens on top of the other gens.
They are, yeah, they're sort of necessary.
It's
Like,
for structural
no,
soundness.
they actually cap off the, so there's only 5 per row instead of 6, 5 generators per row of fuel chambers, so that instead of 6, so that's the extra.
Gotcha.
That's to maximize the 3 generators per. Do they have to be there? No, but I figured I would put them in and then see if I needed more or less or that sort of thing. Figured while I was putting them together, I might as well maximize that part. Okay. Alright, put you back together. Weld you in place. You should. Yes. Get right under there now. Now you're too short. I swear I just did this. And you'll not go.
Alright, let this gen ramp up a little bit, see if it's doing its thing. Actually, I'll do this one too.
What is your problem? What is your problem? Don't you want to go to your home?
50%, so they should be working there. This looks like it's fancy. This one, I'll check this one out.
50% of the time, it works all the time.
Oh yeah, that one's definitely enhancing. Okay, cool, cool. Alright. Let's see what this one's doing. Oh, for some reason that's perfect. Yep, yep. Yep, it's at 2,000. Very nice. Okay.
Excellent. All 3 of them?
And then, no, just testing the ones. I only have 2 mounted so far.
No, I meant all 3 gens are getting the. Because doesn't that single.
Oh, I have to set this differently. Oops. Yeah, no, I will test that now. We're
Yeah.
correct, sir.
That's the whole point of the magic is the
Yep.
1 enhancer for 3 generators if you do the magic steps. If you hire a guy to put them in. Look at that, a weld block. Who knew?
Yep, this one's working too. I just gotta check the back one. I could probably see it through that hole right there, maybe. Yep, nice.
Thanks, Django. I certainly did not know that you could do weld blocks. Obviously. I've been bemoaning this subject for a while now. And then
Yeah, it's super handy, for sure.
some dude just rolls in, is like, why don't you use weld blocks? Smart aleck. I was like, you can't use weld blocks, they don't work. He's like, I use them all the time. It's nothing worse than the only thing worse than a smart aleck is a smart aleck who's correct.
Oh, that's why it went down, because the heat probably got excessive.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
I
okay,
don't,
cool.
I
Yep,
don't,
yep.
I have not fixed the heat to slant radiator issue as of yet.
Good enough. Good enough for testing, anyways.
Yeah. Am I welding that? Yeah, not.
Let's see. 13% at 300. Yeah, that should be good. All right.
Oh, I just welded it up there too.
So it's at 25% and 500. Yeah, that's enhancing. Okay, that's cool. The back one is too. Nice. All right, all right. Nice, nice. Very nice.
That's what we're going for.
Yeah, these bottom three are working. I'll test these ones. I suppose I could turn these off and not waste fuel rods for no reason. Generate excessive heat. Make it harder for testing.
There we go. Let's see. You get bolted 4 times. Oh, these should get 5. I think I did 5 on the fuel chambers, 4 on each generator, and that's what made the durability very happy.
You can weld block them.
Well, block everything now.
Alright, so the placement of those is
I don't even need bolts anymore.
a little different. Kind of slightly below the center line. Interesting. I hate when you let go of something and it moves a little bit.
Yep, that's when you know it was just in the right spot.
Just because.
Just, well,
yeah.
Yep.
Pretty much.
I'm not sure that one's in the right spot. It is not in the right spot. You're glad you're not what? Smart aleck, Django?
Oh no, why is it doing this again?
Oh no! Ah, come on. We might just have to adjust the ones on the other side to take into consideration these top 3. I didn't have those to deal with. On the other side.
Whole mixed scroll rotation mode is like been buggy with me. I don't know really what's going on with it, but
Mixed scroll rotation. Oh,
sometimes when I rotate stuff, it stays on or off. I don't know what it's doing. And then I can't rotate things without moving them slightly. It'll move slightly at another angle I don't want. It's like, dude, come on. Or it's just me being an idiot. One of the two. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
when
probably the
I
latter.
do it, it's definitely the latter. Because I mean, I can barely hit the right buttons. I mean to put something down, and I end up sucking it back into my inventory instead, and really am terrible sometimes. Well, I'm certainly a smart aleck. I'm just not usually right very often, so the don't have to worry about the latter part of that comment. Is I have
I'd rather be a smartass than a dumbass.
I
Just saying.
I can be both of those things simultaneously.
Dude, say. Yeah, for sure.
I can do
All
some
right,
of the
let's see if
dumbest
this.
things followed by some pretty brilliant things, all within the same heartbeat. Smarter I think I am, the dumber I act.
I feel that. All right, let's see. For sure, man. All right, let's see if I can. This third one should be good, I think. I'll crank these up.
All right.
We're halfway there, anyways, I think.
So they were talking. It was ice yesterday. We had to worry about ice yesterday. It was 32 degrees here yesterday. It's 65 here today.
Damn.
It's like this is the craziest weather place I've ever lived. It's
That's great. That's weird. I usually get that kind of stuff, but it's just cold.
yeah,
It's
we
12 degrees. 12 whole degrees.
well, you know, when you get down into those like teens, that's where your water pipes start to freeze. That's where things start to go very wrong at 12
I'm
degrees.
good. I'm good there. I rent, so not my house.
Not my problem.
This one's like stuck at 1750. Why is it doing that?
I have a house built in the 1940s. I'm not sure that insulation was even really invented in the 1940s from looking at my house. I mean, I know it's there in the walls, but they did not put much research into it because it sucks. Right, these are all 96s. 96, 96, 96.
Why is this one stuck at 1750? I don't get it.
8C, let's see, that's 16. So that's double it and add 32, right? That's how I figure out C's. 16. So 50 something, 52.
Must have been the heat causing it to stop there. I don't know. I think it's enhancing correctly though, so I'll check the back when
Yeah, I've got to.
it's.
The next problem will be I got to put the mullet on it so that it's got some radiators and some heat sinks.
All right, count up, Jen. All right, there we go.
I guess where I am is the temperature would be something like 16 or 17 C, which is so warm for this time of year.
All right, there. That, I think they're all enhancing on the side. I'll double
Really?
check here.
That's
I'll double check again.
that's fantastic. Thank you so much.
Oh, no problem.
Because I
Oh,
struggled with
my day.
those.
It is a hassle for sure. Uh, that one is. The rear one is.
I can't imagine doing a whole string of them like you did on that ship.
Like you said, in SSC. I mean, it was copy and paste.
Oh,
It
that's
was like
true. Once you got one done, you just make a module.
didn't yeah. Well, and that and like I did one side of the ship, copy and pasted, drug them all down, like which was 30 seconds, and then I just flipped it around and put it on the other side, the whole bank, at once.
That was that was
It
one of the
was very fast.
that was one of the things that stood out at me at EOSCon was those generators.
I do like them a lot, just the way they kind of,
Yeah, they're just
I don't know, it's
it's an
just
attractive setup.
yeah. I do like it.
I did not realize how much of a hassle it would be to do in space. Uh,
It definitely is a different game.
yep. Now I know. I still would do it again, but now I know how bad it is. And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe.
Yep.
All right, you got 3 more enhancers. Oh wait, are you doing these top gens as well?
Um,
Like 4?
there's let's see. All right, I'm coming over. Let's see if I can get over there. This ship's gonna suck once it has a roof on it and I have to actually use the doors. You're talking
Mm-hmm.
these ones up here?
Yeah, you putting a gen there, or enhancer there too.
Well, would you like to put an enhancer there?
I mean, I can. Yeah, I just didn't know. Oh, there's one right here. I didn't even see that.
There should
Okay.
be one more.
Gotcha, gotcha. Absolutely.
This middle one's a little crooked. Just no, I'm just kidding.
I know. I was
I'm
actually going to mention
just
that because
kidding. I'm
if
just
that's
kidding.
for
We'll put a
feng
sign
shui
next to it.
purposes,
Well,
I can
feng shui purposes.
like move that if need be. We'll make the other side the same.
Yeah,
I
just
can
as
move it.
no, no. I'm just kidding. We'll just put a sign next to it. It says "Crooked ass enhancers installed by Dirty Human."
Oh God, forever branded. All
Forever.
right.
Yep.
Well, you know what I can do.
Nothing. Don't do anything. They're just perfect. There's
This top one could be balance it out, so to speak.
put it crooked the other way. No, they're
It's too late for that. Then I can move
absolutely.
out. Hindsight. Why you do this to
No, if this ship had any there's no two parts on this ship that are the same or straight. Like crooked is just a theme we're going with it with this setup. All right. Well, I see a bunch of people have showed up today. Let's see if I notice any of these names. Let's see. Death, Damage. I know you guys. Django, Rednass, Xenon, Fienzi, Sylvester. I recognize all those names. Anybody else I'm missing? Somebody named Community for Streamers.
I
Welcome.
feel like such a noob. Xenon was in my company and I didn't even know.
I like watching Xenon. He has a much more eclectic music setup than I do.
Yeah, the music was super chill.
Yep. I did enjoy watching him trying to build a ship in space from scratch. That is even harder than building it from a framework. I don't think it turned out as well as he was hoping, though. Um, it kept disappearing on him, which that's got to be
Oh,
super
yeah.
frustrating. Because if you don't use one of those ship registration deeds pretty early, the game's like F you. I think if I were to build a ship from scratch, I would start in the SSC and just make a couple of beams and a hard point with a thruster kind of thing to get it to generate technically a ship,
Mm-hmm.
so that the SSC did all the work in making a valid ship frame. But then you wouldn't need the registration deed. But
Alright, that one's working. Test this one.
I have some more thoughts on other ships, but I'm asymmetrical, I think, is going to be a that's going to be an attempt is to make an asymmetrical ship. What was that noise? Oh, that was a freeloader coming in.
Hey,
Lancer, freelancer. The other day it was a
what's up?
freestyler. I kept saying freestyler, which is a way better term than freeloader. Oh, I bolted all those in, but I didn't unbolt them. Oh, woe is me. All right, time to bolt stuff again. You'll learn it any day. Yeah, I'm a real slow learner.
125.
Like really slow. Especially, I'm actually quite good with names. Um, but if I don't, so I had this terrible habit. If I don't know a person's name, I will just mentally assign them a name. And then I have the hardest time actually using their real name.
I think these should all be enhanced now. Just do the other side.
Awesome, awesome. I have to bolt all these again because I didn't unbolt them to start with.
I will admit I can't help but not notice the distance between these enhancers.
You I can't not look at it.
Can't. Oh, good.
Oh, so many bolts were in these.
I can probably do that pretty easily.
I think part of the problem I have with both Dirty's name and Damage's name is there's two names I have to remember. And I just use
Yeah.
them interchangeably. But the name Dirty it makes me laugh because when I played Eve Online, one of the guys I worked with also played, and his character's name was Dirty Looks. And I called him Dirty all the time, and people would just stare at me like I was crazy.
Why you keep insulting that poor man?
So we'll go over and look at those enhancers, and I'll explain how they work. Yes, they do work. And I have placed quite a few weld blocks, actually, now that you taught me. So I'll show you how these work. So this entire project started because of these stupid enhancers. Like literally, I have torn my ship apart for weeks now because of these stupid enhancers. I saw these at EOSCon on one of, excuse you, um, on one of Dirty ships, and I could not for the life of me figure out how they work. And the way it works is this enhancer is on the, it's like crooked. It's not actually bolted to either one, but the beam generated by the enhancer actually clips through. There's three here. Let me see if I can, I'm not sure you can see it. Maybe on this side it'll be easier to see. You'll see there's three generators in an arc here, and the beam shoots right, you aim for it to shoot like right at the seam. So it must have a large enough diameter of whatever the enhancement beam is to catch all three generators. Hits that one easy, and then it catches the feet of these two, and one enhancer will enhance three generators, but only generate the heat of one enhancer. So I just thought the setup was cool, and I decided that I was gonna attempt to put fuel cells and generators on the bias in this ship, which
Super nice for heat and weight
no,
savings
I
all in
was just
one.
distracted by freelancers freestyling back there. Um, I didn't even know that was a. He's doing the mashed potato. Um, there's no difference in heat. Does it? Does it? Because the enhancer doesn't generate the heat. It's the generators, the enhanced generator that generates the heat. Am I thinking that right? Or is it the enhancer that generates the heat? I don't know. The only thing you save is weight. Oh, hi Sylvester. Welcome back.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's right.
He's right. I can't wait to paint these because they look so good black in yours. But I'm looking forward to paint, but I've got too much work to do to dork with paint just yet. What I want to see is how these, if I paint these grates black and I paint the crates orange, how does that look? You'll just see a little bit of, so much to do. But I think
Yeah, it'll look nice.
they'll look nice because you won't see much of the orange, but you'll see a little bit. I think he's broken. He's doing the stanky leg. Yeah, you've got to see it on. Hey, do you have your ship near here, Dirty?
It's
Can
on my cap sheet.
can you bring it over and we'll show everybody that crazy ship? Do you mind?
Sure. No, that's cool. It's nothing special, but we'll do
Yeah,
that.
like the
Oh my god, there's a huge hauler over here.
what?
So,
See.
oh,
Oh,
minor.
shiced. Yeah. What's on the front of it? Lasers?
It's pretty awesome.
That's not a hauler. That's a miner.
Yeah, I didn't see the lasers at first.
How
There
did
it
you
is.
not see the lasers? It's the entire front of the ship.
It was voxel. It was not loaded for me.
Even Django couldn't blow the center out of that ship.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is. I bet
No
that.
moving parts.
No, no, no.
And
It's gonna. You just turn the lasers on and just go straight ahead. Just don't stop. It's a brick. Yeah, it does look like it. You could tell this is a freelancer design. One of two things. It's some shape of a rectangle, and there's a lot of beams, and nothing moves. Django says it's worth a try. See if he can blow the ship up. If you core this ship out, Django, you need to seek a different video game. See, those look pretty precarious. Those definitely need, you know what these need right here? A weld block. Those need a weld block. It's a good looking ship. Damage. I like it. And it's a plasma. You got batteries tucked in everywhere. Oh, that's your material scanner. Not a single weld block on the ship. I would assume not. It's pretty. When you do things in rectangles and the correct dimensions, you don't need any of it. Oh, that's just a big generator. Yeah, that is a big generator. I was thinking that was a plasma, but that's not. You're right. Just box thrusters.
Yes.
Yeah, I was looking down the middle of that as plasma rings, but that's a good looking ship. It needs some paint. You got to work on your paint jobs. Don't you normally do like blue and white? 60 hours of mining. That's insane. That's the kind of ship you need to put a refinery on, one of those smelting things that just eat energy. Three gens, three tanks.
Wow, I think it's cool. How many crates is that?
A lot. Oh, here comes your service miner. The
I was
button,
gonna use large gens like this, but
the
I
bu
like that because it's kind of small.
the buttons make me chuckle on this one. How do you find anything?
Oh, it's actually a lot more simple than you think.
Well, these all say button state.
Yeah, there's some unused one. This cockpit has been copy and pasted from other
Oh
ships.
yeah. So let's see in here.
So
Let's orient ourselves to the floor and land. And then Red Nass, if you look, moon scraper. So this is what I saw that really attracted me to that setup. This is the same setup, just on its side.
shit ton of heat generated.
I can
But
imagine
yeah.
it's a shit ton of heat generated.
This is the first surface miner I've ever made, so you know it's you know
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
first gen.
Now that you've done it, you'll change it up, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of things I'd change.
But I love this setup. I can't imagine trying to change all of these rods. Um, it's not meant
That's why I
to.
built a I built a repair hall
Yep.
on my
Yeah.
surface mining area.
Yep. Right.
Yep, yep,
That's.
yep.
I just can't even imagine. First of all, there aren't rods. Are there replacement rods on this thing?
No,
Okay. See, I didn't even.
they there's that many because it lasts quite a while actually,
I would imagine.
even with 24 lasers going.
And yes, you mine backwards in this thing. Uh,
Yeah, and there's a little bit of view obstruction, but it's actually not bad when you're sitting in the seat. It's not terrible.
what is this for?
It looks huge in your way, but it's really not as bad.
What is this little corner thing or this looks like a foot.
To get bashed off on the moon,
Okay, so it is. I thought when you touch the moon, you're done though.
I mean, pretty much,
Yeah. So yeah,
but might as well have a little
a
bit
little
there.
bit of something to break off, and you made it out of little pieces
Yeah,
just so they break. I'm assuming.
pretty much. I mean,
Yeah.
it has helped a little bit, but I have bashed this entire front off before with a small touch.
Now, do these oscillate back and forth, left to right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
They're off to the side like that, so when you're in the pilot seat, you can see easier. Like you can see through the middle of them.
I got you.
Actually, I can
But they just go. They
see for
swing
you.
back and forth.
Yep.
So you're saying moving parts?
Oh yes, for sure.
It looks awesome. Now it
Like
wouldn't
if you
it wouldn't
sit in
have
the
to go.
passenger seat
Oh, I
or
guess
driver's seat
it
there.
does have to go backwards because that's where your range finders are on the length of this thing.
Yeah, I got it set up so there's like three different speeds depending on how full the ship is. Very slow, reverse.
Yeah.
But if you sit in the driver's seat there, you can see the field of view. It's really not as bad, even though you have this giant thing on the front.
Yeah,
It's
because
not
you've got it
terrible.
nice and open here in front.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, so
all
this
these
this isn't so
I
bad.
position. Yeah, yeah. I position a lot of these lasers kind of in line with your vision. They slant down a little
Thanks. He's trying to laser me in the face.
bit.
I will go blind. Stop it. No. But yeah, the whole point was I saw these generators and loved that. So, and is this ship for sale?
No, no.
No. Well, you took it to EOSCon. That's like a car swap meet, right?
Maybe eventually. I
But
don't want to sell a piece of crap. Still got a little tuning to
got some
do.
tuning to do. Now you have
Some
an
YOLO.
extra some YOLO. Then this is your spare driver seat.
There's like six of those.
Oh, just everywhere, just in
Yeah.
case. To case which
By the
part of the ship breaks off.
It's helped me before. But this is like on the sides here too. Like if you're standing on the ground on the moon, you can like
Oh, you can
these
control it
buttons
from
on
the
the
ground.
side.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there's like they're tuned really slow, so you can do super fine adjustments if
That's
you want.
fantastic. It's a great looking ship. It's a great looking
Thanks.
ship. Inside is a bit hard to see. I do have to admit that. Like only because I think the crates, these particular crates, these ones on the floor being black, maybe the ones in the ceiling. But like even if you
Are the
just,
lights are
yeah,
on?
but
Okay.
everything's black. But yeah, if the crates on the floor and the ceiling, which I don't think would change, are they a single layer thick or are they a double layer thick?
Just single,
Oh, they're
yeah.
just a
It's only
single.
100. It's only 120 grades.
Oh, peanuts. Peanuts. It
Yeah,
looks
this ship is
fantastic.
cool.
I love it. I want to see it in action.
Yeah, yeah.
Not today.
So
Not today. Though I've gotten more done than I expected. I got a little bit more to do on these gens. I have to get a
damage. This ship is cool.
yeah, right? He makes
Look at all
cool
those
stuff.
lasers. Yeah, it's a lot of lasers.
So anybody is willing to come join us. The only reason these guys are out here is because they were watching the stream and decided to come out. There's no reason you can't come out and join us. Um, so yeah, if you're a player and you want to come out and play with other players, and we're just screwing around, there's no pressure to do anything. We're not attempting to accomplish anything other than just screw off. Um, so it all in all, I think there is. Let's see. There's damage and dirty human and me. That's 3. Then there's Django and Papor, Lingen when he gets to come back, and NTPS. So there's currently 7 of us that come and go. But you're welcome. You're welcome to come out and join us. Like I said, we're in a really, really remote spot, I would say. If you have a cap ship, it's a piece of cake. But we're a thousand, more than 1,000 kilometers from origin. But that's kind of the point. Is I'm trying to do everything the hard way. So, like, I mine everything by hand, and I'm trying not to take any shortcuts. But that's not everybody's thing out here. So, but you're welcome to come out here and join us. Yeah, have a good time. The whole point of this stream was to get more people back involved in Starbase. So
these collectors are like angled with the bolts. That's amazing. That works like that, huh, Damage? That's awesome.
Redness, I think possession is 90% of the law, right? So if you've got a cap ship, then you've got a cap ship. So I don't care if it's somebody else's cap ship. That's not important. All right, so I need to make a socket. Yeah. I've probably got a socket somewhere. No socket boards. So I need 1 for pipes, 2 for pipes. Okay.
Yeah, the angle. That's a really good way to do that. I've never seen that before.
If you want a nav chip to come out here, I'm sure we can get you a nav chip. One of these guys would be willing to get you a nav chip to Origin, as long as they're okay with that. I mean, don't bring anything out you're not willing to lose, because I am randomly asking people to come out. It's possible that your stuff, somebody could end up being a douche, but for now everybody's been awesome. So just be advised, it's an open invitation, but you're welcome. We're also building a station. I don't know if you've seen that. Let me peek my head out there. We're trying to build a station. We're looking forward to our station builder coming back. He's on a little hiatus, I think, but we're starting to build a big old station. I need to get back to work at it. It's going to be a Deep Space Nine sort of looking thing, if you're familiar with Star Trek. That would be a big help if you're familiar with Star Trek for that reference. But it's going to be a ring. How do you steal somebody's capital ship? Isn't it kind of tied to your account?
Yeah, I got some carrying my bastions.
Check the sphere out. It's a storage sphere.
I can drop you some right here. Oh. I actually have 0 Vicarium. I got Bastion.
Use the storage sphere. That's the point of it. Pepa and Django filled it up for us, so use it up.
I thought I had everything here. I guess not.
Well, you build a new miner because you want to build a new miner. You don't have to have a reason, right? There's a video game. You don't need reasons to do anything. If we all had reason, we wouldn't be playing this video game.
I wish Damage could have saw these lasers on the moon one time. They all flipped upside down, every single 24 of them.
I'm sure he'd have some choice words for you.
They were all pointing straight up in different angles.
Some sage... Oh, I did this the other day. I spent like half an hour trying to get this cable tool to work, only to realize it was just out of cable. I was like, why will it not go there? But it was just out of cable. Like, it needs to make a different noise when it's out.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Nope, just makes the same noise.
Almost like they should have a little green holographic sight on it that tells you how
I
much. I
I
mean,
100%
oops.
don't see that ever. 100%. I don't see that ever.
Nah, I've been there before. Same.
How do you trade? You can trade ships? You can trade capital ships? What? I didn't. I thought those were account bound.
I think you can do it the same as normal ships.
You just.
Make it derelict or something. I don't. I'm not sure.
All
I
right.
think I've seen Senki do that.
It's roasting now. Turn the heat off. Stop it. My office is in the eaves of the house, so it fluctuates with the temperature outside pretty quickly. It stays warm, but when the heat's on and it's warm outside, then my office starts to cook. All right, so I think I got that all done. Senki built his capital. Oh, now you're just bragging, just name dropping. You don't have to come out today, Redness. Just let me know. You can hit me up here or on. You can message me on Twitch or on Discord or send me an in-game mail, or there's lots of ways you can do it. But I will figure out a way to get you a nav chip. There's a safe spot. You'll end up coming up there, which is above us quite a ways, and then you can make your own safe spot wherever you want. But the inbound safe spot's right by that asteroid. But yeah, just send me a message. Like I said, you can. My Discord handle's there. My Twitter handle's there. You can hit me up, in-game mail, any of those places, and I'll make sure and get you what you need if you want to come out. If you don't. But I would love to have you out here. The more the merrier. It was so cool. A couple of weeks ago, well, maybe what, a week or 10 days ago? How many ships did we have just out here? There was just a ton of ships out here. It was fantastic.
For sure, it was awesome.
Like you had to pick a place to park. Like you had to be a little. You didn't have to be careful because it's a safe zone, but um, you actually had to pay attention.
I had the lamp glitch thing going on, so my ship I had to.
That happened to me I don't know, a week or so ago on. I was borrowing Papa's ship, the one from Arc Sparks, the
Mm-hmm.
really cool one.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just flying along, and it was like, you've exceeded the build limit. And I was like,
Yep.
what do you mean I exceeded the build limit? And
And it won't move.
it won't move. And I had to go through and rip all the lamps out of that ship to make it move.
Yeah.
I felt so bad ripping the lamps out of an Arc Sparks ship.
Yeah, I had to take like every single lamp off, and then
I think
that's why it's not parked here anymore.
Yeah, you have to take off. You have to take off at least half, because assuming you were at the limit, you were at the 30 or whatever it was,
Mm-hmm.
then you've got to take off. So there's only half as many. But you could tell what was wrong. It like all the lamps were like flickering weird.
Yep. And you take one off, and there's still one there.
Yep.
It's like what? Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't have to make sense. It's Starbase. Sense
Do you have
is
four?
more
Sorry.
enhancers.
Yeah.
Let me see. You just
Didn't
gave.
mean to interrupt there.
Nope, 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 nope. I talk constantly. Like if you ever want to speak to me, you just gotta interrupt. That's. Let me see. If I spell enhancer correctly, it'll probably work better. I can only make 3.
Enough.
So slow. Yeah, crazy. I'll have to go to zone 5. I haven't done any mining in what seems like forever, so I'll take a ship and go to zone 5. It'll be nice that Django has a station, I can at least have something to aim at. You know? Because
Yeah.
before it was just a random direction. There you go.
342
Yeah,
kilometers.
that's
Yep.
not so bad. And is that right at the edge of Zone 5? I don't even know.
I don't exactly know.
Because
It's kind of hard to tell unless you have a lot of reference points. There's no ISAN out there or nothing.
Nope, there's not. We are beyond helping you, range. All right, let's see. Oh, I don't. These are all green.
I used to have stations in Zone 5 and 3, but those are gone now.
Those ones up there, I did not. Let's create. Hold on, enhancer.
Okay, good, that's still bolted down.
I bolted the other enhancers just to the edge of the,
Cool.
just so that I didn't ram them out of the way. Alright, so let's get these crates put back in. So I can pretend like that hole in the floor is not there. Oh,
Oh, I suppose it would help if I put a fuel rod in here. Yeah.
above you there's some. Let's bolt this guy back down. You can do chips for the, well, I gotta fly it. Remember, I gotta do this the hard way, so I have to fly it. It's only 300 kilometers. It's only a couple of hours worth of flying.
10.
If I just need Crazium, maybe I could take that little ship of yours out there. Hand fly it. No lasers though. We're not doing lasers.
It's not. Oh, it's probably not on yet. Yeah, do it.
Alright, those are good to go. I need to reconnect
Active.
this guy. Alright. Those are red because I don't have the beams on the back of them, but these are all green. Happy days. The Old Bay for sure. That's just how we roll now. The machinery room's starting to look pretty good.
Yeah, I like it. Cool.
It's certainly not the best use of space, but that wasn't the plan. Well, I only need to go out and get some Crazium and things like that, so I think I can take one of those little ships and make some Crazium runs.
Crazy.
Crazy runs. But I need a couple. Oh yeah, I need 2 big heat sinks. 2 big heat sinks. Do I have what it takes? I haven't been mining in what seems like forever. I don't have very much Vocarium. I will have to go back out soon. Of course, I just bolted these on and they're now in the way. Oh, I just took 2 bolts out of that fuel chamber.
Oh, whoops, sorry.
That's alright. It's okay. But it was funny, like you picked it up right as I was sticking it down. Oh. I did not want to make cubes. I needed to make plates, not cubes. Watching you do that is quite humorous. Stand up, kneel, stand, kneel, stand. It's like you're
Gotta
teabagging somebody in Call of Duty.
get the right angle on it here. Make it somewhat similar to the other side here, or as good as I can.
Yeah, I don't necessarily. Well, I mean, a high durability ship would be. I haven't flown any of your crazy durability ships either. That might be fun, because I will inevitably slam into asteroids. And if I break it too bad, I'll just have somebody come rescue me. I'm not beyond begging. Alright, now I need to go back in there and pipe these guys into these. There's a way to turn your flashlight on. We can see a little piece of this, so we can like see, there's a way to sneak that through there and then do the same with that. Oh, I don't like that part. Yeah, that's better. That sounds more like a challenge than anything damage. You say I can't break it. I'm gonna try and break it. But at least it'll all be on film, so you can see how terrible of a driver I am. When I went out to Zone 4 the first time with this ship, it was all good until like the last 80 kilometers on the way back. I didn't hit anything, but then I hit like 3 or 4 right all in a row.
Definitely been there before.
Right? It was like I was just losing concentration, just hitting everything.
Alright, let's test this.
Alright, let's take a look. Oh, data. Turn on the data window. Yep, that's got data. And data.
10 is 200. Yeah, that's enhancing.
Does bumping a moon count? Yeah. Yeah, if you bump a moon, you're gonna know pretty quick that you have bumped said moon. All right, so we have to go underneath. I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. Ooh, excuse me. I need to put a little bit of beamage here. One there. One there. Oh, is it another one across this? How's that work? Not quite. Yeah, there we go. There we go. You're gonna. It doesn't need to be high durability. It needs to have asteroid avoidance. That's the durability I'm really looking for. The durability of not hitting things. That should get all of those, and then I need one more here. Oh, come on. There we go. Put a couple of bolts. And my new friend, the weld block. Yeah, I tend to fly fairly slowly. Whoa, it's just a fuel rod whipping around out there. I spend to fly fairly slowly, so the rangefinders with the re-rendering asteroids usually aren't the issue. It's me just driving straight into them that's the issue. uh, it's pretty stereotypical as me panicking at the last second and just T-boning straight into it. Oh, if I fly at 60 meters a second, do you think I could just hit whatever I wanted? That would be a test for sure. How fast can we go before stuff starts to break? Excellent. Oh, she's starting to come together, boys. This half is definitely going faster than the other half. Those are in. Alright, what do I need to do? These are double beams? No. I have a beam that comes... Oh, it's just in line with this one. Oh, my weld block is now in the way. My old friend, the weld block. Yeah, I had indicators on my ship the last trip too, but I got a bit cocky and I started assuming that they were fine when it was not a very good avoidance system at all. It was really just some rangefinders. It didn't avoid anything, just kind of gave you a heads up that you were going to hit something. Gave you a moment to react, but it had huge holes in the rangefinder coverage, so I shouldn't have been relying on it at all. But then again, I was. So it was my own fault. But it was funny, and the trip was fun. Oh, I don't care how power hungry the weld tool is. It could take an entire power pack and I'd still use it. Use the shiznit out of it. The schnitzel. Now I want schnitzel. I like schnitzel. Okay, so what do we got? We got that in. Now I need a bunch of 45s. How many? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. I have 6. So we shall see. Where'd they go? Let's start back here. Right on the corner. This mirroring thing is not as easy as I thought it was going to be.
It's like you got the example there, but it's like, oh.
Yeah, but it's behind me and I can't look at it. So that has to go further. So that's not where it needs to be anyways.
Oh, no wonder that gen was on over there. Okay, turn that off. Heat was throwing me off here. Okay, turn this one off.
Well, it's got 2 more heat sinks now. It should be just fine. With both sections of radiator in use. Let's see. Let's put
One of these gens was just on all the way for some reason. Why didn't you do that?
Why did I do that? I didn't do it.
No, I didn't do it. I don't know why it was on
It
all
was
the
probably
way.
a new generator.
Uh,
There's probably quite a few that are like that, actually. How much further do we gotta go? Quite a ways, actually. Let's try a 48 centimeters. That looks about right. Yeah, I try to avoid using the short ones, but sometimes it's either the only thing that fits, or it's the most convenient thing that fits. Alright, where's the next one? Oh, they're just inside the seams of each crate. That I can do. You get one. You get a beam, and you get a beam. I feel like Oprah. And you get a beam.
a free car. Look under your seats. There's a beam for everybody.
There's a beam for everybody.
Alright, so that's
Alright, I think I need one more. Yes. Well, I need quite a few more, but one more for the bottom. Excellent.
not enhanced. Okay,
There we
let's
go. Excellent, excellent. Rotate. Something. Come on. There we go. Excellent. I'm going to put all these up here, and then I'm going to systematically knock each one off as I try to weld it.
for sure.
That's just how I roll. Because I've not learned my lesson about welding each one individually. That is the one thing that I do miss about the SSC is the select all and weld all beams thing.
That's so nice. Yeah.
Right? You're going to put what in this station? The repair hall? Because that will be convenient. See, look at all these bolts that I put in these plates that I could have used weld blocks. Is that a 72? And 296s? It is. Yeah, at the rate that we smash up ships, we definitely should have one out there. Even if it's just for you and I, Django. I don't know if
I've
Dirk...
only smashed off my turtle.
Is that a 45 there? It is. Oh, it probably goes in front of it. So what do we got?
1750.
What do I got going on there? Oh, that's right. There's some weirdness, to say the least, with some dimensions. that, right? Yeah, yeah. 296s and a 192, so that would be the same as a really long one. We'll just use two of these. Yeah, I was talking to Death the other night when I was watching a Happy Trigger stream on Sunday. I noticed that his PvP ship that he's been working on, the entire ship is made out of, I want to say they're 48 centimeter beams. Like, they're not the shortest one, but they are, the entire ship is made out of really short beams.
Probably for redundancy, not losing a whole beam at once, maybe.
I assume that's what I assumed. Um,
36 centimeter beams.
yeah, I don't know if they were 36s or what they were, but they were short.
I would assume, yeah, just for
It made sense because if he's gonna
yeah,
hit something,
or it gets shot, it won't ruin the whole beam. It'll just
yep,
ruin that little section.
yep, it all made sense once I got explained to me. But it was like, I just can't even imagine placing that many beams.
Yeah, fighters are a whole other ballgame with the redundancies and the tricks that people do.
I like how they always get in and out of them. Like there's like a sliver between 17
Yeah.
layers of glass, and you have to turn sideways and squint.
Cool idea, though. Very cool. All right.
What was it? The Black Banshee, the one that you couldn't get in the back where the generators were. You had to like be in a chair and then get into another chair. It's like,
Yep.
oh, are you guys a strange distance apart? If that's the
Chairs.
case,
Chairs are actually quite handy for that.
yeah, they are. Those don't line up at all. What's wrong there? Oh, there's the issue. It's got to be off center for some reason. Sweet. Now, is it 36 centimeter beams in particular, or is it just any of those short beams? Is there something special about those
I would,
particular beams?
I would assume any. Maybe it just works better in there in that particular application. Maybe.
I don't
I
know.
don't know. It's a good question.
You know, because sometimes there's in games there's one object that doesn't react like all the rest of the objects for some reason. Yeah, they're all 36ers, but is the magic in the 36er, or is it in something else? Is it Why not a 48 or a 24 kind of thing? .24 kills the part limit on beams. 48 could work too, but they overhang on plates. So there is something special about 36s.
Nice damage.
Yeah, there's usually a reason for that stuff. I just don't know what it is. And he's probably explained it in his 500 hours of streaming that ship. I just missed it. Because he has
Whose
streamed
ship?
that ship a lot.
Happy's?
Yeah,
Or...
Happy's PvP.
Oh, gotcha.
What's he call it? A meta fighter. You sent me a friend request here. Where? Here? Let me see. Social. Friends. Friends. Mazra. Is that you? You're Mazra? That makes me think of the bad guy from He-Man, right? Wasn't that Mothra?
Sounds right.
Or is that Skeletor? Who was Mothra?
Skeletor was the He-Man evil
Yeah, who was
guy.
Mothra? Oh, his Mothra was from Thundercats, wasn't it?
It's been a minute since I've seen that.
It's been a little while since you've seen Thundercats?
Yeah, or He-Man. I have the power.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Okay.
Why is this not? That's the future.
Alright, how do I get all these things to align at the same time? Needs you to be there, and you to snap on. Alright. Now I have to look. I'm pretty sure Mothra was the bad guy from Thundercats. No? Nope, Mothra was just was a Godzilla monster.
Okay.
Godzilla versus Mothra. I know it's Mazra, but now I got Mothra in my brain, so now I need to know who's the Thundercats antagonist. Mumra. I was like close and not close all at the same time. Okay, so you're there. I was a big fan of Thundercats. Mothra is not a monster. Well, that all depends on what your definition of a monster is, I suppose. He's it's a giant moth thing in a Godzilla movie.
I think I got these ones that are connected all working here. Pretty sure.
Fantastic.
You can put your script back in the slot.
All right, let's weld you in place.
Took it out so it wasn't interfering.
All right. Now I have to figure out how to mount this chair. Up there.
All right, there we go.
In the
I got a
middle.
jet though, so hopefully that's working.
You've got a jet?
Yeah.
No. Where are you gonna go? It's 12 degrees outside and there's a foot of snow.
Get some stuff I gotta do.
Yeah, you can't do grown-up stuff
Unfortunately,
on a snow day.
real life is
It's a snow day.
kind of a bastard sometimes. Cuts into my gaming time, you know.
Thank you so much for your help.
Oh,
Thank
no problem. I think I got it nailed down, but I'll double check again.
Oh, it all looks fantastic. It all looks
But
yeah, the new ones are much straighter than the old ones.
yeah,
I'm
I'll fix
just
that.
I'm
I'll
just
fix the other ones.
just busting your balls, that's all.
No, it bothers me too now that I see it.
It was
Oh
not
man.
supposed to, that was not my intention. It was just supposed to be busting your balls a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't have it any other way, but now that I see it, it's like, dude, I need to straighten that out.
Like I said, everything on this ship is crooked, so it's kind of par for the course for how this thing is going. It fits. So,
Oh
but
yeah.
I appreciate it. I appreciate
Oh,
it
not a
so much.
problem. No problem at all.
It's nice to get everybody back out here actually playing together again.
Yeah, I was fixing my cab,
You
or trying to at
you
least.
were breaking your cap is what you were doing. What is that? Where did that come from? I broke that from somewhere. Whoops.
Unfortunately, I think the caps just break themselves randomly, so
Yeah, well, I mean,
it's
stuff in this game just does that. So
yeah.
I think it's one of the funny quirks about this game is, and it keeps you from getting too serious. Is you're like, and I just got Starbased. You know,
Yeah.
if that happened in a real game, not in a real game, but in a completed game, you would be livid. But here, you're like, I'm just gonna email the guy, and he's gonna give it back. So Kai fixes everything. All right. Got a weld. Thanks so much. Thanks for visiting. Thanks for letting us see your surface miner.
Oh, no problem. Nothing
I don't know.
nothing crazy. First gen, whatever.
It's pretty spectacular.
I appreciate it.
Why you're saying I could weld those?
Where did I put it?
You know, just because I can, I'm gonna put a weld block. No. Oh, ha. You know why I can't weld? Because I don't have any power in my
Out of
welder
juice.
thingy. Yeah. It takes at least a solid minute for me to realize that's the problem. Again. Yeah. Yeah. Get off my case, damage. I'm thick as... Oh, that's not what I wanted. I'm very thick sometimes. How does the seat? I moved the seat. Is it still okay? Ah, it's a bit high. It's a bit high now. We'll have to we'll have to deal with that later. That's a problem for tomorrow, me.
All right, I'll check you later.
Hey, take care, boss. I'll see you later on. Oh, they are welded to each other. Alright, that was awesome. Look at these. They look fantastic. Get the beams out of my inventory. I look like they're crazy in this. Don't those look awesome now? I mean, beside the crooked one. No, but these ones look great. I mean, they all look great. But it's really starting to come together. It's really starting to come together. Don't know what I'm gonna do back here. That table's probably not going to stay there. Probably going to turn it upside down and bolt it to the bottom of the ship so it's out of the way. But she is really starting to come together. Excellent, excellent. So it is dinner time here. I'm going to say thank you, and I'm going to end up taking off as well. I appreciate you guys watching and contributing and following. It's been fantastic. I might be on later tonight. I can never really promise there at the 8, 9 o'clock hour, my time. But I tried to get back on. Oh, there he goes again. Freelancer showing off. That looks like a very agile little ship. Bring it up here, damage. We'll take a look at it before I go. Here, why don't you bring that ship up here? Are you gonna hit me directly with it? Oh, that's the little crazy one with the beams. Yeah, we saw this the other day. That's the crazy, crazy one. To me, it looks like a bunch of chains all stuck together. That is a crazy little ship. That's fantastic. Thank you for bringing it up here, Dirty. Damage, not Dirty. Dirty, thank you for your help. Damage, thanks for showing us the ship here. It's only steering from these couple little maneuvering thrusters. Tomorrow, if we chase some roids, I'm curious. A ship strength of 8. I bet that can hit some roids. That's fantastic. For everybody else, thank you so much. I appreciate you visiting. I'll be back again on tomorrow at the normal time, which is 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Greenwich Mean, 8 p.m. most of Europe. So thanks again. I'll talk to you either later tonight or again on tomorrow. And I guess we're going for a ride. Sometimes your friends are no help at all. All right, take care, guys. Have a great night.